Hi friends, how are you? Welcome to another chat video. Today's chat topic is going to be about friendships. I'm going to be sharing with you some things that I've been dealing with over the last couple of months after leaving San Antonio and moving here to Myrtle Beach. It's no secret, not only did I leave behind some of my family, but I left behind some very, very close friends, as well as a broad spectrum of friends. Since moving to Myrtle Beach, I have found myself feeling somewhat friendless, somewhat lonely, wondering, questioning God, if you will, about not having friends, and I guess pouting in a sense because I'm here and all my friends are back in San Antonio and I want to do things with my friends and I have nobody to do things with. Like, I've really been focused on that a lot over the last couple of months. And recently I had, I guess, what I would call a breakthrough moment where a lot of things just started making sense to me. And even today, as I have been working in my home, trying to get myself organized, which you all will see some things in the next video that's coming up on Friday, today especially. But I want to say, starting last weekend, I started to have a real realization, a real understanding, if you will, where God just kind of clarified some things for me. And it's just funny how God, yet again, you just keep showing up and showing out in my life, and you're making things make more sense to me. Even when I've questioned you over and over again, you know that in the perfect time and in the perfect moment, you're going to make it all make sense. So last weekend, there was this yard sale going on here in Myrtle Beach, and I wanted so badly to go to it. I'd heard all the conversations about it. Everybody's prepping up, getting geared up for it. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, I would love to go to this yard sale. And I think for a while, I was really contemplating on going to the yard sale. At the last moment, I started to think, I don't have my besties to go to the yard sale with, so I'm probably not going to go. That was when I want to say I was probably at my lowest moment, feeling friendless, lonely, even cried. I remember sitting here crying, thinking, I just want to go home. I just want to go back to San Antonio. I want to be back with my friends. And at that very moment, I get a phone call from my friend Molly, telling me that she and my friend Terry were actually getting ready to head out on a little outing. My best friend Terry has 3 Dachshunds. She and I have been friends for a very long time. She's been on my channel a lot. And then you know that there's my friend Molly, who is not on my channel very much, but she and I have had a very recent friendship, I'd say less than 2 years. And it has grown to be a very powerful and strong friendship in such a short period of time. So the two of them are together and they're getting ready to go out on this massive outing. In my mind, massive, because I'm here in Myrtle Beach and I'm all alone. I found myself so excited for the two of them, but feeling so sad for myself. At this moment, I do want to take the time out to share something about my friend Terry that some of you all have asked over and over again. And I pretty much kind of avoided the conversation. I'll say things like she's doing okay, but I really hadn't elaborate on how she's doing. Some of you probably don't know, but my friend Terry recently was diagnosed with breast cancer. She did have to have a double mastectomy, and she is cancer-free now. So that is a blessing all within itself. But there is another side to the story. I shared with you all many times of how my life was so chaotic prior to leaving San Antonio. The last few weeks were just a complete nightmare. I was trying to get packed. I was emotionally torn apart, leaving my family, leaving my friends. Like, there was just so many things that were going on in my mind. But what I didn't tell you is that my friend Terry was having some health issues during that time. She had been in and out of the hospital a few times and they could not figure out what was truly wrong with her. She had been bleeding internally and the doctors couldn't figure it out. I think at that moment is when I realized that I truly was leaving behind my friends. And I think that's when I started to hit my lowest as far as not wanting to leave San Antonio and wanting to be there to be with my friends and my family. I just couldn't understand why I needed to leave at that moment. She had a really, really tough time. To be honest with you, there was a time that I thought I wasn't going to have my friend anymore. And that just broke my heart. I cried so many times. I kind of dumped it on Molly a few times, and thank you, Molly, for being there for me and understanding, because I'd never imagined not being without my friends. I was faced with a friend that was sick and that I didn't know what her outcome was going to be. And then knowing that even if she's better, I'm not going to be in her life like I have been because I'm moving so far away. I shared that with you just to kind of catch you up and so that you'd have an understanding about how these emotions were happening within myself when I heard that Molly and Terry were going to be hanging out. One of the things that I wanted so badly for my friend Terry and Molly both have each other in a friendship because I wasn't going to be there. When I tell you that I cried a little, I felt a little heartbroken that I wasn't there with them. I was also very happy for them. I wanted them to have that special moment. I wanted them to be together and do things together because of my love for both of them. I wanted each of them to have each other. Saturday was a really tough Saturday for me. And I'm so thankful that my husband recognized that I was feeling some type of way. When he came home from work, he said, hey, let's go hang out. Let's go do some things. And you all saw that in the vlog that went up on Friday. We just made a real fun day out of Saturday. So it did allow me to take my mind off of things. But I think ever since then, I've kind of been soul searching myself and just trying to understand why I was having the emotions that I was having. And Saturday, I just really have taken the time to really talk to God about where I am with friendships and why am I having such a hard time. Like, I think what I ended up doing was just kind of saying, okay, God, I'm going to be as humble as I know how. I'm confused. I don't understand. Can you help me to understand? In the moment of me asking him that, letting the desire to have a friend go and just ask him why and to explain, I feel that that's where it all started to make sense. I got a couple of YouTube comments that really hit home. They really touched my heart. And I think even just sharing the video that I did my first chat about also kind of made me realize from the comments that I've been getting that you all are my friends, and that even though I have had to leave behind a broad spectrum of friends as well as my close friends in San Antonio, this is why timing is so perfectly. God gives us exactly what we need when we need it. I'm here in Myrtle Beach. I consider myself friendless, but I'm not, because I have almost 7,000 friends. You have showed up and showed out in my comment section by subscribing, by watching my video. I started to get confirmation, like, this is making a little bit more sense. This is another lesson that you're teaching me as to why my channel didn't grow. I wanted it to grow, but it's growing now. At a moment when I need these friends, you've placed them right in my presence. I do want to thank you all for being there and being my friend. And something else that was revealed to me, I do think that it is a little harder to make friends the older we get. I think that we tend to not want to put ourselves out there for various reasons. I think sometimes we don't put ourselves out there because we have so much going on in our own lives. A lot of us have grandchildren, illnesses, family illnesses, so many things that take away from us wanting to take the time to build a friendship. And I'm not saying that those things aren't important and that we shouldn't focus on those things, but I do see those as things that we use for reasoning sometimes as to not have friendships or not to go out and try to build friendships. But then I have to ask the question, and I've asked God the question as well as trying to make it make sense within myself, because of me having focused so much on missing my friends back in San Antonio. Were we meant to have friends in life? Is it important that we have friends in life? And I really do feel that it is very important that we have friends. You hear people sharing, oh, I want a spouse to grow old with. A lot of emphasis is put on that. But have you ever thought about that it's nice to just have a friend to grow old with? That's been something that's been on my mind, because as I am here and I don't have any friends right now, I'm thinking type of person I want to attract in my life now. This is an opportunity for me to attract only what I want to attract in my life, be a little picky who I want to bring into my friendship circle. I have been guarded from some of the things that I've gone through with friends, just random friends over the years. I think coming here with a clean slate of not having friends, I've just really been guarded. I've really tried to protect my heart because I don't want to be caught up in a circle of viciousness. I want to make sure that the friends that I make are going to be good for me. Today, I actually had a whole different confirmation. Y'all, I tell y'all all the time that it's so funny for me. Sometimes things just happen and I'm like, okay, God, I get it now. Today I've been in this apartment all day, organizing, rearranging things. I'm in a different setting right now. Let me know what you think about this little setting. I am using my ring light because I am backlit, and every part of this house is backlit because all the windows are on the same side. While I've been sitting here asking God and questioning, why don't I have friends? Why am I feeling this way? And why was I so sad yet so happy when I heard about Molly and Terry? Like all of these things, like I'm like thinking about all of these things today. Another light bulb went off. Honey, you're not ready to have a friend. You're not ready to have the friend to invite into your home, to share the coffee with. Right now, you just need your virtual friends to bring into your home and to share coffee with and to share chat moments with. Take them with you on your little outings when you go. But right now, you need to focus on getting your home together, getting yourself organized, and putting your life in a place to where you're able to be the friend to someone else before you can ask for a friend. You need to take the time to spend with your husband. You guys have been apart for 3 years. You're getting to know each other. You are learning to live with him again, and that's not been easy because you have been alone, both of you alone in your separate ways, doing your own things as far as the way you keep your home. All of these things were just coming to me today, and I thought, okay, I got to talk about this today. I have to share this on my channel. Yes, it is harder to make friends as we get older. That's no doubt about that. Is it important to have friends when we get older? Yes, it's absolutely very important. We need not be afraid to allow ourselves the opportunity to have friends, but we also need to make sure that we're in a position to be a friend before we go out and try to make friends. Where are you when it comes to friendships? Are you a person that have friends? Are you a loner? Are you a person that prefer to spend just your time with your spouse and you don't really see the need to have an outside friend? All of these people exist in the world. We're all so different in how we view or how we desire to have what we have in life. This is not a judgment moment. It's just me bringing up a topic, whereas I came to the realization that I wasn't ready to have a friend right now. And it's not to say that I'm not going to have a friend, because I do feel that just as organically as Molly popped into my life when I needed her the most, I'm going to have someone pop into my life when I'm ready to be a friend to them. And we're going to click and we're going to have some fun times right here in Myrtle Beach. And I'm looking forward to those moments. For right now, this is where I need to be. Someone may click on this video and may be at a state where they're trying to figure out their friendship circles. From your comments below, I know so many of you all are transitioning into a new lifestyle, whether it's in a new city, a new state, just your surroundings are changing. So this is an opportunity for you to either make friends, make a change in your friendship circle, to go out and try to meet new people, or decide that you just want to not do any of those things, that you just want to spend the time alone or spend the time with your spouse or whatever it may be. I just wanted to share where I am in hopes that if someone is watching, make them think a little bit, or maybe even make them have peace over where they might be in their friendship circle. Do I believe that we all need friends? Absolutely. I think that it is very important that we at least have one friend, one person that we can call on, that can be by our side, that can cry with us and laugh with us. And I don't feel that it should be our spouse. I think that there's a different kind of friendship that you have with your spouse than when you have a friend that's just your friend. But I could go on and on about that. I just want to put it out there. Let us think about it. Let us talk about it. Maybe you've got an old friend that you walked away from, because I do believe that friendships require work. They're just like marriages. We have our ups and downs. I have a friend that we broke up after being friends for, 30 some years, I think. And we broke up for a couple of years. I shared that on my channel. But about 2 years ago, we did start to try to mend that friendship. It's not where it was before, but we needed that time apart, I think, to grow. But we have a different understanding now as friends. And I think it's making us both better people. What I do know is that it is harder for us the older we get. We have other priorities, and that we do have to prioritize friendships along with all the other things that we prioritize. I end this here because we're trying to keep things short and sweet. Think about it. Where are you in this whole realm of friendship? If you made it this far, thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to chat with you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Turn on your notifications. Please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you are a returning subscriber, you already know the love I feel for you. Bye-bye.
Terry and Molly, you are more than friends. You are my family. Some people come into our lives for a season. In you, I have found a friendship for life. I'm glad you have each other. I'm looking forward to meeting my new friends here in Myrtle Beach.